She isn't addicted to him. She's addicted to the version of herself she feels when he's around. That's why even pain feels like love. You know that strange ache you feel when someone pulls away? The silence that somehow screams louder than words. It's not really about missing them. It's about missing you, the version of yourself that felt alive, beautiful, confident, the one who believed again, even just for a second. It isn't weakness, it's chemistry. The brain remembers the high, the validation, the spark that made you feel seen. And just like any drug, it craves another dose. That's why the absence hurts more than their presence ever healed. But what if this pattern, the push, the pull, the silence, wasn't love at all, but an emotional rhythm your brain mistook for safety? Tonight, let's dive deeper into that rhythm. Why emotional addiction feels so real, why it's so hard to break free, and how understanding it might finally set you free. He tried everything. The late-night texts, the good morning messages, the perfectly timed compliments. He thought consistency would win her heart. But the more effort he poured in, the more distant she became. And every time she pulled back, he tried harder. He confused effort with connection. Attraction isn't a reward for effort, it's a reflection of energy. Every word, every gesture, every glance carries a frequency. When that energy says, "Please choose me," it doesn't pull her closer. It pushes her away. Because what she feels isn't love, it's pressure. And pressure kills attraction faster than silence ever could. What if trying too hard is the very thing that makes love impossible? We often believe that love must be earned, that if we give enough, prove enough, stay long enough, they'll finally see our worth. But the truth is, people don't fall for how much you do. They fall for how much peace they feel when they're near you. Effort can't replace presence. When we chase connection out of fear, we radiate scarcity. But when we act from calm, we create gravity. The kind that makes someone want to stay, without you ever having to ask. Have you ever noticed how one person can walk into a room and change everything? When someone's nervous, you feel it immediately. The tension, the tightness in your own chest. But when someone grounded walks in, you don't know why, but you breathe easier. That's emotional resonance. Women, especially, are wired to sense it. Their nervous system mirrors yours before their mind even understands what's happening. It's not about logic, it's biology. Mirror neurons, limbic resonance, oxytocin release, all syncing like an invisible frequency. When you're steady, she feels safe. When you're uncertain, she feels unsettled. So maybe it's not your words that draw her in, but the emotion her body feels in your presence. The energy beneath the silence, the rhythm between your breaths. It's strange, isn't it? How silence can comfort more than reassurance. How presence can heal what chasing never could. We spend years learning how to speak, but almost no time learning how to be still. Real connection isn't built through clever lines or strategy. It's built through nervous system harmony. Through the quiet, steady energy that says, "I'm here, and I'm safe." Two calm hearts beat closer than 1,000 anxious words ever will. It always starts small. A text, a laugh, a spark of attention that makes everything feel lighter. The brain lights up. Dopamine floods the system, and suddenly that person becomes the source of calm and chaos. You can't explain why you're drawn to them, only that you are. Then one day, they pull away. They stop replying. They go quiet. And that silence hurts more than the fights ever did. The brain doesn't see heartbreak. It sees withdrawal. The same circuits that crave a drug now crave the memory of them. The phone becomes the slot machine. Every message, every seen notification, another pull of the lever. Maybe this time a reward. Maybe not. And that's how it happens. The addiction to uncertainty. Because unpredictability keeps dopamine alive. The brain confuses anxiety with excitement, mistaking adrenaline for love. You start to think about them constantly, not because they're special, but because your nervous system is caught in a loop. Anticipation, relief, withdrawal, repeat. Every maybe, every pause, every unpredictable reply feeds the craving. It's not romance. It's variable reward. The same principle that keeps people glued to social media or slot machines. When attention becomes inconsistent, the brain clings harder, because it believes the next hit might be the one that brings peace. But peace never comes from chaos. That's why letting go feels like detox, not closure. She thought freedom would come when he finally texted back. But real freedom began the moment she stopped needing him to. Because the loop doesn't break when someone else changes. It breaks when you do. It's not about blocking people or pretending you don't care. It's about calming the storm inside that keeps reaching out. When your nervous system learns safety without their presence, the craving loses its power. You start to feel the difference between love and survival. The less you chase peace from others, the more peace begins to chase you. And one day, you'll wake up and realize the silence no longer hurts. It feels like space. And in that space, you find yourself again. That's when you see it clearly. What you called love was often a search for safety, and what you called losing them was actually the beginning of finding you. Healing doesn't mean you'll never feel the pull again. It means you can feel it and still stay grounded. It means you can crave the past, but choose the present. Attraction built on peace never needs control to survive, because peace, once learned, becomes magnetic in itself. In the end, it was never really about him or her. It was about what we chase in others, the reflection of who we hope to be, the safety we once lost, the illusion of being complete. Love, at its rawest, is chemistry wrapped in meaning. It can lift us higher than any drug, or break us open just to teach us stillness. Emotional addiction isn't proof that we're weak. It's proof that we feel deeply, that our hearts are wired for connection, even when it hurts. But once you learn to find calm inside your own silence, the same energy that once trapped you begins to free you. And when you no longer need love to feel alive, you become the kind of presence that makes love feel safe again. That's the quiet power everyone is searching for. The peace that doesn't beg to be chosen, but naturally draws everything that's meant for it. If this spoke to something inside you, pause for a moment before scrolling away. Ask yourself, what part of me keeps chasing the very thing that hurts? And what would it feel like to stop running, even for a day? Comment below with one word that describes where you are right now. Healing. Still chasing. Learning to breathe. Whatever it is, say it out loud. Sometimes awareness itself is the first act of freedom. And if this kind of reflection feels like home, watch the next episode. Why Men Lose Power When They Overgive. It connects perfectly with this one, the other side of the same emotional coin. Because understanding love isn't about others, it's about remembering who you are when the noise finally fades.